why is it that, you know, it goes above like 22 degrees and everyone just starts losing their mind? It is hot at the moment, yeah. It'll be cold in about 4 or 5 months. I wonder what everyone's going to be saying about that. That said, it is very hot. Hello, I'm back again with another one of these. Oh, big car just went past. I thought we could sit down under the mistletoe. I'm very alone. Right, here's the thing. The last video was fine. It was far too long. It did alright, but 8.5 minutes is just, I mean, that's enough to sit through as it is. So this video is going to be short, it's going to be concise, it's going to be all the other adjectives that we know and love today. But I've taken more photos since I last made that thing, because it took me a while to understand what rendering is. So there's more projects that you all need to be caught up on. You're very welcome. Here we go. So first of all, just to get out of the way really, went on a march, went on a demo to do with Lord Drax. He's an old fella and he's a member of Parliament, and he's an MP for Dorset, which is where I currently am. And there was a demo against some land he owns in Barbados, and so we went over there and photographed a lot of the people there. The photos are fine. Here's my favourites. Only issue with the whole day, I decided to cycle there, and it's because it's quite close to where I live, but it's quite hilly. Really is like more hilly than I remember. And I mean, in fairness, it was very hot. It was quite hot. I mean, that said, it was an alright day, but that was a mistake, especially getting back. Oh my Christ. So the job that was brilliant to do was that I just went into Bournemouth and photographed all the England fans the night of the Euros final, which was a great decision. I was in sort of two minds about it, and I went there, and it was like boring for the entire time that the game was on. And I'm not an England fan, and I'm not a football fan either, so it was just sort of 2 hours of me sitting around waiting for something to happen. And then something did happen, because England lost, and despite that, everyone decided to have a big party anyway in the square. It was brilliant. So I took photos of them. They had flares and smoke bombs, and there was a person who was described to me by a friend as looking like Boudica, which is great. I got some of my favourite photos of this year actually in Bournemouth that night, specifically this one, which I adore. A lot of that stuff was shot on the D2X, which is a much older camera, but it did so well, especially in the low light. It's hard to push the ISO up even above like 800, but it did very well. I think the softness that image has isn't a downfall. I like that it has that. I think it's a good asset, though it's not sort of technically perfect. I think it has a nice little bit of, so that was good. And thirdly, I was off work about a week ago, and just it was sunny and it was nice. I didn't have much to do, and so I just went and took photos around, and I got some shots that I'm really happy with. Again, I was using the D2X, and I had my 20mm on it, so it's about 30mm equivalent, and it did really, really well. It was sort of a slightly tighter 28, and I had a lot of fun with it. Got some photos that I love, and just some sort of nice wide-angle shots, and I also took the 50mm, so I got some nice sort of short telephoto shots as well. Oh, and to sort of round the whole thing off, it's a sort of like miscellaneous section. Here's a photo of my mate Mary, who I saw in London, and a photo of my family's dog, just getting some water off him because he got in the river and he was a bit wet. Yeah, I mean, that's about all I have to say on the subject matter of me. Although usually I could go for a lot longer. And that's about it really. I mean, thank you for joining me. We've had a lovely time. I'm going to go inside now because it is really hot out here, man. Yes, thank you very much. Slan, bye.